Disclaimer: there will be spoilers. Night in the Woods is a charming game that makes me feel almost at home, with a cozy atmosphere and charming characters. We follow a character named May, who comes home after quitting college. The player begins not knowing much more about or anything surrounding May's life, having your story unravel in the dialogue with the other characters throughout the game. The characters, including May, are depicted so realistically, having their own life and struggles, natural personalities, and reactions that anyone can find relatable, making them have depth and the whole world feel full of life. In my opinion, the music, warm colors, and characters made the game, complementing each other, creating the whole experience unique. Possum Springs is a town full of life, but stagnated in time. Everyone feels almost like they're stuck in it. They think about leaving but never do, like Bia, one of your childhood friends. Sometimes I get tired of games that make the mental illness be the plot or define the character by their mental health. But Night in the Woods is exactly the opposite. It creates characters that have their own struggles, but they aren't defined by them. They are just like normal people, not making them less or more important or even crazy because of their struggles. They're not superficial to make interesting plot points or character development. The characters are not made in a traditional way to be interesting. They are exactly as interesting as meeting someone new in your life and getting to know that person, adding for the familiar and realistic way of the game. It was stated by one of the creators, Alec Holooka, that we are playing as this character named May and not us being put in the game. So sometimes we don't have control over her mistakes, making the game feel even more real. It's not an RPG. I identified a lot with her because just like her, I stopped college this year because of my mental health. And the struggles that come with it were just as familiar, hearing other people judge you and the anxiety that comes with it. But today I wanted to share my theory on this game. I theorized that May has a mood disorder, explaining her anger issues and compulsive or even dangerous behavior that she demonstrates with Greg. I actually think May has bipolar disorder, just like Greg. Her impulsive behavior and even dangerous behavior is common in bipolar disorder, especially if untreated. Bipolar disorder is a mood disorder inside the spectrum of psychosis. More oversimplifiedly put, it affects your emotions, as distinguished symptoms can be divided into two, being the manic and depressive episodes, even if they can sometimes mix. It's very hard to tell sometimes. The depressive episodes can have symptoms like difficulty concentrating and remembering things, just like when May forgets that Bia's mom is dead. Being delusional is one of the symptoms represented in the game, but it's not very specific. If her dreams are real events or just dreams. But for May, they are very real and think she's really talking to ghosts. The manic symptoms represented in the game are indulging in dangerous behavior like smashing a bunch of light bulbs in the parking lot with Greg or breaking into private property. These actions make me question if it's a possibility that May actually has bipolar disorder, especially when I identified so much with her. This game invites you to be vulnerable, to experience the city and get to know the villagers. For example, Germ, or even Danny, who struggles with finding a job and becoming independent. These characters feel real, creating the full experience not only with the main characters, but with everyone in the town, making it feel alive and organic with its struggles. Mental health isn't the main topic here. I would even say that there is no main topic but a combination of experiences, just as life is. But mental health is one of the most important to me. I want to understand it so I can learn about myself. At the end of the day, the game made me understand that it's okay to be unstable and doubt yourself. Everyone struggles with something, but the main focus is to just experience life and create memories. For someone that suffers from bipolar disorder, May adventures felt somewhat familiar in a charming way. I had a very similar experience of doing things that came to my mind without really thinking about them in a compulsive way. My mania sometimes took control over me, making me, for instance, enter private property or an abandoned house and do some crimes. Those so-called adventures could be dangerous, but I still did those things just like May does in the game. Everyone can identify with making wrong decisions, but for someone with bipolar, it's more than that. Normal things like remembering your best friend's mother is dead or a simple conversation become a real struggle. And those are the moments that make me feel normal in this game. That it's okay to not make the correct decisions on the right time, to sometimes let my depressive episodes affect me because I'm human. Just like May. Well, she's not actually a human, she's a cat. But you get it.